Hey, what up, YouTube? What up, Fight World? It's your boy D Dynamite here with that boxing crack for you, man. Anyway, let me go ahead and talk about last night's fight between Danny Garcia versus Lamont Peterson. Some people actually had this fight called right, man. Your boy called it right, but the way I said the fight was gonna go was completely wrong. So you know what? Your boy gonna eat crow after this because Lamont Peterson definitely showed me that he was able to do what I thought that he wasn't capable of doing, which is sticking to a game plan and boxing Danny Garcia's shoes off. All right. Now I know a lot of you are wondering, so what's my position on this fight? Well, I think Lamont Peterson dominated this fight, man. I thought he boxed Danny Garcia's shoes off. The first 5, 6, 7 rounds or so, I saw Danny Garcia. I saw Lamont Peterson pretty much handling this fight by just boxing from the outside, which is what I thought he wasn't capable of doing, sticking to that game plan and boxing from the outside and frustrating Danny Garcia. Okay, what he was doing in this fight was basically just taking the steam out of Danny Garcia's punches, all right? And that's what you do with a power puncher, okay? What you do is you kind of hang around for the first 3, 4 rounds. You take some of the steam off those punches. You make them move. You make them uncomfortable. You make them feel like they can't fight, like they don't have the breath to throw the punches that they want to throw. And after a few rounds, you know, they're normal. They have normal power, okay? And that's what Lamont Peterson did. He boxed Danny Garcia's shoes off, all right, for the first 7 rounds or so. All right, then after that, you saw him press the attack, man. You saw him take the fight to Danny Garcia, hit Garcia with some power punches, and really hurt Danny Garcia throughout the course of the fight, all the way until the end of the fight. All right, there's a lot of people that are saying that for the first 6 rounds or 7 rounds or so, that Danny Garcia was the more active fighter. Well, I really don't see how people had Danny Garcia just sweeping the first 7 rounds, first of all, okay? Because the first thing is, all right, I don't think people score jabs anymore. You know, it's really getting to a time where the people that have it as a straight sweep for Danny Garcia, I don't think they score jabs, all right? A jab is a punch too. You're still landing punches when you throw that jab. And I thought, sure, those first 7 rounds, you know, depending on how you score fights, I could see how you could have it for Danny Garcia, I could see how you could have it for Lamont Peterson. But Lamont Peterson controlled some of those early rounds with his jab. Okay. All right, he was frustrating Danny Garcia out there, man. Danny Garcia looked like he was huffing and puffing. You know, he was ready to blow his fucking house down. You know, Lamont Peterson, look, he was doing what he wanted to do, okay? He controlled the ring. He had the ring generalship, okay? He controlled when the fight took place, all right? All right, and that's what you want to see out of a fight. You want to see a fighter control the pace. You want to see a fighter control when the exchanges take place, and you can see that was what Lamont Peterson was doing. All right, it was just very obvious to me that Lamont Peterson was dominating this fight. All right, but I could just tell, like, if you look at my Twitter, I could just tell that a robbery was gonna, and this was a robbery, man. Fuck that. I could just tell that something was fishy because what I was looking at, I could just hear the commentators, and they're just like, well, I have it. You know, they had it completely scored for Danny Garcia, and I just couldn't see that, yo. I couldn't see it. Garcia, to me, did nothing in those first 7 rounds. He didn't really do anything at all. He was basically just following Lamont Peterson around the ring. All right, he didn't land anything telling. He didn't land. Nothing. He didn't do anything really. So I don't see how people really had Garcia winning this fight at the end of the day. It's just a little bit baffling to me. But I mean, all in all, man, you know, I think that Danny Garcia, I think what's going to happen with him is he's either going to take a step. He needs to either fight Rod Salka in a rematch, all right, or just take a step down in competition. That's probably what he's going to end up doing. But he needs to go back to the drawing board, man. Lamont Peterson completely and utterly exposed the man, all right. I mean, but, you know, I don't know about other people, but I never saw anything that was really special about Danny Garcia. Like, yeah, he's a really good catch and shooter. He loves to initiate those exchanges, but he's just never done anything that would he's never carried that versatility that would allow him to be a real elite class fighter. Like, I've never put him to do anything against the elite caliber fighters like a Manny Pacquiao or Floyd Mayweather, anything along those sorts. All right. And if you watch my prediction video, I tell you guys that if Lamont Peterson could stick to a game plan, I would pick him to beat Danny Garcia easy. All right. And that's exactly what he did. He stuck to a game plan. He outboxed the shit out of Danny Garcia and ended up fucking him up throughout this fight. All right. And it was painfully obvious, people. I don't know what you guys were looking at. Danny Garcia's face tells the whole damn story. All right. Anyway, people, man, let me know what you think about this fight. Did you have Peterson? Did you have Garcia? If you did, let me know why. You can hit me up on Twitter at BoxXor or XDie after you subscribe, of course. And you could also hit my Facebook community chat page where we can talk that shit at box or die, and my website, box or die.com. And if you're feeling the video, you like what I'm talking about, go ahead and hit the like button and go ahead and share with your friends. Let them know we talk that shit. But until next time, it's your boy D Dynamite, man. I'm signing the fuck out. Holla at your motherfucker.